tasty beverage. Let's get in the groove. Synchronized, slurp now, we're on the move.
Good morning, stackers. Yeah, we're feeling fine. Good morning, stackers. It's podcast time.
Talking gold and silver and crypto too. With Joe and the gang, it's what we do.
Good morning, stackers. Yeah, we're feeling fine. Good morning, stackers. It's podcast time. We're stacking sats, we're stacking gold. In the world of finance, real gold. Every sip, every chart, we're on our way to financial freedom, come what may.
So grab that tasty beverage, let's get in the groove. Synchronized, slurp now, we're on the move.
Good morning, stackers. Yeah, we're feeling fine. Good morning, stackers. It's podcast time. Good morning, stackers. Yeah, we're feeling fine. Good morning, stackers. It's podcast time.
$3,000 gold is in sight. We'll do Bitcoin analysis, crypto, take a look at TOSHI quickly as well for the TOSHI fam. So much to do here. Live gold, silver analysis, shooting the breeze with my Good Morning Stackers family. You're watching Good Morning Stackers with me, Joe Main. The favorite part of your day happens right now where we do, of course, in the first 1 minute of the show, the synchronized slurp. You grab a tasty beverage, I grab my tasty beverage, we slurp them together. It's the honor system. You must do it wherever you are in the world, live on YouTube or live on X right now. Hit the big red subscribe button to join the family. But here we go. In 3, 2, 1, slurp your bevies. Yeah, man, I am Joe Main, been a stacker of precious metals since 2010, silver mainly, stacker of crypto since 2013, worked in the precious metals industry here in Australia over 3 major bullion dealers. Now I do this week daily live show for you, the GMS Good Morning Stackers gang. Hit the big red subscribe button to join the GMS family. You get a warm and fuzzy feeling all the way through your stuff when you do. And follow me on X as well. So X at It's Joe Main. And if you want to take part in the chat today, we always do a live chat. It's only on YouTube at the moment, so if you want to take part in that chat, chart requests, join the community, talk to everyone and say g'day, then you go to my X account, you click on the YouTube link in my bio, and then you port over and join the chat, because it's all about the GMS family. Mark Florida says, Mark Florida, Florida man, GMS must attend a previously scheduled meeting. How dare you, sir? How dare you? So we'll catch the replay. But Joe, I'm counting on your prediction for $3,000 E in order to retire next month. Yeah, 3 were on the way. We're like $2,908, $907 US right now. 3,000 is probably coming, right? Psychological value. What happens from there? Then what is a question we'll try and answer if we can. Lance says GMS will have to watch the replay. That's okay, mate. You do you. No problem. I know you're a new father. The Don says GMS. I'm just going to fix that lighting issue. Can we get that to there? Come on, come on. No, okay, whatever. Morning, says Becky Gundenfinger, which was previously Gundenfingel, I think it was, as she said yesterday, the original German. GMS, says David Smith. Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. Ah, great. Lots of people watching. Please hit the like button. Helps with the algorithm. Of course, the show is brought to you by Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au, and Wealthstack, wealthstack.com. You'll probably hear a little bit more from those lovely people. I'm really looking forward to Thursday with ASX Trader. I'll repeat it and I'll put a live link to it very, very soon. I'll probably do that today. I will be chatting with ASX Trader, an amazing trader person, has a YouTube channel which is much larger than my own and a bigger following than Good Morning Stackers. Reached out to ASX Trader, went a little back and forth and said, hey, you want to come on the show on Thursday? Yeah, cool. So he's going to be there. So it's going to be great to chat with ASX Trader on my show on Thursday morning. We'll just talk markets. I've got to talk to him what we're talking about, but it'll be a little bit of what's the word? Promotion of this, promotion of that. We'll just be talking about the markets, etc. I might throw some charts at him. You can throw some charts at him, some sort of first look chart requests and all that. Get it in. It's going to be really great. That's on Thursday coming. Make sure you look out for the live link, which I'll probably create today. Okay, something like that. Michael says, yes, Trump cancelled the US cent today. Yes, he halted all pennies. About time. Don't you think? About time. They haven't been made in copper for a while, as far as I understand it. I could be wrong on that. We got rid of Australia. This is a funny thing. Australia is usually very backward on stuff. We're like usually 5, 10, 15 years behind the rest of the world on, particularly in America, on just sort of general big things, I guess, or trends. We tend to be living in the past a little bit. But we got rid of the 1 and 2 cent coins years ago, and they still had their pennies, and he's got rid of the penny. Makes sense to me. It's probably costing more than, what's the reason for, I don't understand the reason. So I'm just really trying to fix this damn thing. I've got my filter up and everything. Yeah, okay. Give me 1 sec. Why is that happening? One moment. I don't get why that is a deal. Just let me see if I can fix that. Why am I getting so blown out? I mean, I don't mind a good blowout every now and then, but geez, come on. Hey, there you go. There you go, son. Yeah, cancelled the penny. I don't see any... Is there any pushback to it? I guess I'll find out. I don't see why they would be pushed back. It's like, who wants to fucking hold pennies? It's like, okay, yeah, cool, good. Let's do the gold stuff. Oh, and of course, Neil's Han Dynasty is here. Buy silver and platinum. You don't put the silver, platinum, and crystallized osmium in there anymore. Where's the crystallized osmium, Neil? I want to talk to you about it. I want to talk to Space Miner or Gerald Draper about it as well. Crystallized osmium is an interesting thing. Gold, $3,000 in sight. We're really almost there. Let's take a look at the gold, silver, platinum charts, all the precious metals stuff. I'm going to share the screen. That means share the screen right here, just so you know. Of course, please, Sabrina Carpenter style. Why do I know that reference? Please follow me on x.com/itsjoemain right there. Why? Because I go live on there. You don't get to participate in the chat. You have to come to YouTube for that, but you get to watch me every single day, plus all the other crazy good stuff that I do, a lot of reposting, a little bit politically spicy every now and then, but just my thoughts on stuff, of course, screenshots of prices, updating, after the show. So lots of stuff. You really want to follow me over there. Let's take a look at gold on the daily time frame. US dollars, $2,907. Hey, brand new all-time high. Hey, guess what? Totally wrong again, right? I was completely wrong. I thought that we would have, and how wrong was I? And hey, good news that I was wrong too. We've seen higher prices. I thought we'd see at least, and I said this at the start of last week. I thought last week we'd do the similar, where we'd have a 1 or 2 down days. So we opened yesterday. I was like, I didn't like this spike here. I was like, spike here. It's only a slightly higher high. We closed below here. I'm like, we might see a couple of red days. Nope, gold's just doing its thing, man. 2009 now, we're at 2,900. We're really getting towards the $3,000 mark, okay? But as I've been saying, we're now getting towards the top end of a little bit extended. I've been saying that for a little bit now. Of course, we had that move to $2,800 roughly. I had been saying, and it was correct, right? I had been saying anytime we broke over the mother of all trend lines, which is the one that goes all the way back to 2011. That's the first point. That's the touch point, 2011, but it started in 1980. 1980, the peak in 2011 created this mother of all trend lines, and then not that long ago when we broke above it, again, this is on the weekly time frame, we broke above it, and I said, it's getting peaky from here. You just got to watch out. So then we did see that move back down. while we were below the mother of all trend lines, I said, while we're below it, I'm more confident, like 80% sure, totally wrong on that, that we'd see lower prices while we're below. If we start cracking above the mother of all trend lines again, I'll flip like that. Then we're going to see some higher prices. We flipped it because it's such a key trend line. It's the mother of all trend lines. Right, then we flipped it, went, okay, great. We're going to see some, higher prices. We had to get over that little hurdle of 2,735. And once we did that, and it's funnily enough, it did act as... where are we? 2007.35, yeah, roughly there. It acted as support there, broke above it, acted as support, and then onwards and upwards we've gone. Now we're getting into, we're in all-time high territory. We're getting to the psychological value of $3,000. And from here again, we're just starting to get into peaky territory, okay? Again, and it's all short-term stuff I'm talking about. So does this really matter anyway? No, if you're dollar cost averaging, why do you care where it goes within a few weeks' time here or a few months' time? You're just playing it for the long game. Excuse me while I itch my nose. You're playing it for the long game of $8,000, $10,000, $12,000, $15,000 US dollar gold in the years to come, 5 years, 10 years, something like that. And it is the way it's going, okay? That I can pretty much guarantee you, barring black swan events and all that kind of crap. Let's see, rectangle. But here, so here's the $3,000 mark, and here's my general range that we're in. We're starting to get peaky, 2,900 to 3,200. Yeah, it can peak a few more $100 from here, but we will get overextended. We're already back in, extremely overvalued on the weekly time frame, and on the daily time frame, we have peaked back into there again. Now, to give you an example, it doesn't mean it's done from here. So, for example, back in March of last year, we peaked into extremely overvalued, and that was at $2,200. For some of you, like, I could have imagined buying at $2,200. That's how far we've come in that time, right? So then, right, this is where, you can have double peaks and all that kind of stuff, where I probably would have been saying back then, hey, watch out for, we're in peaky territory, okay? But then it can move a whole bunch more before it has any kind of significant down. And look at this, it actually creeped higher and higher as the relative strength index was going down as well. So you can really creep much more higher. So don't take anything I say. I'm just a guy. I'm an amateur. You don't have to follow me for technical analysis stuff. People way better than me, such as ASX Trader, who will join us on Thursday. But we're just getting up there. So for me, between 2,900 to about 3,200 is when we'll start to get peaky-ish, and then we may have a bit of a dip. Where we dipped down to, I don't know. I'm just giving you the little weather report. It's congratulations to all who have been holding gold and been buying and dollar cost averaging. We're in all-time high territory. Fantastic. $3,000 psychological value. I don't know what will happen there. Okay, just watch out for it because it's such a psychological value. Even numbers, triple zeros, and all that kind of stuff. Cool. That is gold. The boys over at North Star Bad Charts, who I do subscribe to, have been talking about, and I've been talking about it too, the capital rotation event, which will probably be a catalyst for gold to have a bit of a dip after its rise. Okay, so let me just quickly show you that. This is pretty important stuff to understand. And if you'd like to stay updated with all this, hit the big red subscribe button to join the GMS family or follow me on X. Gold to stock market index. So this is gold versus the S&P 500, the US stock market, okay? The just stock market index, okay? We are creeping towards, once again, and we're not there, but we're creeping towards the final hurdle of 0.5, okay? Many people believe, the North Star Bad Charts guys do, and I trust them, I believe them, that if when we start closing monthly levels, not spiking, but closing, okay? Again, spikes mean SHIT. That's a very key support level, and then it became resistance, okay? Resistance, spike, failure to hold. We finally broke out of that downtrend line. Since we broke out of that downtrend line, okay, since we broke out of that triangle there, or flag pattern if you want to call it, descending flag, we broke out, exact retest, and now we're testing the high again, okay? At some point, we will break and close a month above 0.5. That will signal the capital rotation event, which means that at that point, when we close a month above 0.5, that's probably going to be when the stock market starts having its bigger dip. And we're talking, 15, 20, 25%, 30%, maybe even down to 50% over a certain period of time. Okay, but that's when, at this point right here, a lot of stock market people go, oh, okay, gold, it's back in now. Okay, I'm going to sell out and rotate back into precious metals because people, let me say that again, that was wrong. People who have followed ratios long enough, or if you listen to people that have followed ratios long enough, you have gone, there's been 3 times since the last 100 years where gold has absolutely creamed it, just absolutely chicaned the stock market. Okay, it happened, the last time it happened was starting in 2005 and ended in 2011. The previous time would have been, I presume, that 1979, 1980 level with the Hunt brothers and all that sort of stuff. And then the first one was in the early 1900s roughly. Okay, so it's done it 3 times. The 4th time is coming eventually because it does. It's a cycle, right? So that is happening. So close any month above there, that's going to signal a drop in the market in the stock market. My point being that the drop in the stock market will be an initial shock to all markets. So that will also drop the fiat dollar price of gold and silver at the same time. So my point with all this was, no, cancel. And I'll go back to gold, is that's where we're getting peaky. There's a lot of signals at the moment, and we'll talk to ASX Trader on Thursday about his recent video saying warning signs in the stock market, okay? This is why it's all a whole bunch of confluence, okay? This is why getting up to this kind of area here, hey, could peak higher, but at some point it's going to peak. That's probably going to move the gold to stock market ratio to that over that 0.5 level, closing a month above it. That will signal the stock market to have a big drop, which will then drop gold and silver at the same time, but probably just temporarily. Okay, so that's why we're coming to peakiness in gold, and then we'll have some kind of drop. Where it drops down to, I don't know, but the most obvious places and where you wouldn't want to see it drop any lower than is the mother of all trend lines. That's probably the big one. Okay, where you do something like this, and don't look at the time frame, don't look at the price, okay? But like that, hey, maybe even more. Stock market starts going, oh, okay, it's time to rotate into gold. Sends shockwaves through the markets, and then gold drops as well. I would imagine you wouldn't want to see it drop any lower than there. Now, ignore the time frame. I'm not saying it's going to happen in April of 2026 right there. It could happen way sooner. But this uptrend line, the mother of all trend lines, is the major support level you don't want to see crossed, preferably. And if it does, I mean, if it gets down to like, yeah, this is the major area, you don't want to see it cross below there. So I could see, yeah, right there, that's where you want. And that's actually the most perfect setup, okay? So gold crosses that 0.5 level against the stock market. Stock market goes, oh, holy crap, I'm getting back into gold. Everything has a bit of a dip. And then it finds the support there. And then, because it's now a confirmed capital rotation event, now gold's the place to be. Okay, and that's the real move. Okay, so great to see us moving up, expecting a move back down. No lower than there, please. And then, geez, man, onwards and upwards for gold. And, as we know, we're talking much, much higher prices from here in the next 5-10 years, roughly. Cool. Yeah, so that's gold. I just gave you a big macro thing, but you needed to watch out for that. Just saying, yeah, it's coming, and I wouldn't be stressed. If you're dollar cost averaging, great. If you're waiting, I don't know whether you should wait. Okay, again, dollar cost averaging, but there will probably be some kind of bigger dip in gold and silver from a higher point though. So, for example, hey, you could be buying here for the very first time. It rockets up to here. Capital rotation event happens, and then it has a big drop, and maybe it only drops back down to 2,900 where you bought in. Okay, fine. But some people want to keep some dry powder just in case it heads back down to this area. But on the grand scheme of things, do you want to wait for an extra $200 discount when you know where it's going in the longer term? Okay, but yeah, just watch out for that peak and that dip. That is gold. Let's take a look at silver. Silver is $32, pretty much even on the daily time frame. Yet to do it. We will do it eventually. where we crack above the $32.50 final level. We're not there yet on the relative strength index on the daily. We've got lots of room to move into extremely overbought on the daily time frame, and gold's already up here. Silver's got room to follow. Same thing though, okay? Exact same thing I'll say for gold. Where gold goes, silver tends to follow, just not in absolute lockstep. Same thing though. If we start closing, and I'll show you on the weekly time frame, that's something I will get rid of right here, for example, and I'll show you on the monthly even. Okay, and let me show you where's my 1980s Fibonacci? 1980s. Excuse my head. Fib, horizontal, 1980s fib. Right there. Cool. $38.50 is a line in the sand for me. It's a final hurdle. It's based on the 0.786. I know I'm rambling now. Excuse me. No, that's it. Why didn't I do that? 38 key fib. There we go. Right there. So, silver. Same thing. Can continue up. We need to see it hold above $32.50, and then upwards we go. Watching out for $38.50. Ignore the time frame. Watch out for $38.50 as a potential little area. But once we clear and hold $38.50 and we start bouncing off it, then I'm saying, new all-time highs coming really, really soon. Okay. Got to be aware of that, again, that capital rotation event. If it happens before $50 or it happens around $50 US for silver, again, gold and silver would be having a big dip because there'd be shocks in the stock market that it's dropped 10%. Everyone panics. Oh no, 10%. Then it makes it drop further. 15, 20%. Okay, and then that would see silver come back down. But that would just be a pause along the way. Okay, so watch out for the scare of a triple top at $50. So $50 in 1980, $50 in 2011. Probably some little bit of resistance here at $50. Some people will be calling, it's a triple top, it's a triple top. Triple tops aren't a thing, basically. You don't see massive movements when it goes 1, 2, third time, you don't see that, okay? You just see maybe a little bit of a dip back down. That, again, might coincide with the capital rotation event, bringing everything down at the same time, and then loading up. So closing any month above $38.50 says, while we might have a little bit more of a dip or come back to revisit that low, it's game on for silver in the longer term. It's already game on, but that would be the absolute confirmation, $38.50. Final hurdle to close above for new all-time highs coming very soon. Okay, and then we'll talk about the higher prices for silver. We're not there yet, but we'll talk about your 75, your 120, your triple digit. We're going to have the biggest party in history when silver crosses into the triple digit territory for in US dollar terms. We'll do it when it does it for Australian dollars. So we'll have two parties, triple digit Australian and triple digit USD. Good, hey? That is silver, but yeah, just underneath that $32.50, and yeah, that's all I have to really say about silver. Cool. For my wonderful crypto people, if you are not considering buying precious metals after your crypto winnings, after you've taken some profits, maybe you've taken all your profits now, maybe you don't believe crypto is going to go through its full run. We'll take a look at BTC and others in just a second. But you really need to think about silver. You really need to think about gold again because of that capital rotation event. It will be the place to be, plus a few other things, some other sectors, okay? But yeah, the general stock market versus gold and precious metals, it is doing its rotation now-ish, okay? And you're getting in at you get in at the bottom, man. I've got a tip for you. Get in at the bottom. Happens to be true. All right, that's silver. Platinum, which is historically low against gold and silver. Let's take a look. Of course, the monthly time frame, symmetrical triangle pattern, triangle within a triangle, blah, blah, blah. It is knocking on the door once again, so I'm in cautiously optimistic zone right now. Cool, so that's a nice little move. Okay, we had that spike, failure to close above the trend line, and we're making another play for it. That's good to see. Great. Cautiously optimistic for platinum. We'll be cautiously excited when we get into this zone right here. We'll be excited for platinum when we get into this zone right here. Okay, so we've got to clear and hold around about call it $1,000 preferably to be cautiously excited. Clear and hold about 1,030. Preferably you want to break here, which would be more so like your breaking of, changing of market structure, I guess. But I might ask ASX Trader about platinum on Thursday. Close above there, fantastic. And of course the final hurdle, 1,115. You close above there. Go time for platinum. And cautiously optimistic. Don't forget though, platinum has done it to me many times before where it fakes us out many times, going back years and years and years. Okay, so yeah, I would be expecting something like this and then that. Now, what I would want to see is a bounce and do that. That's the ultimate. Otherwise, it might do that and then I don't think that's going to happen, but I'll just remain cautiously optimistic at this point. That's platinum. Where gold and silver go, platinum will tend to follow just a little bit more slowly until it goes faster, until it starts outperforming gold and silver. Platinum versus gold right here at historic lows, currently below the downtrend line. Okay, once it gets back above there and back above that level of, where was it, at that 0.39 area, that's the change of market structure. Okay, that would be the change of market structure, definitely. If you start closing above 0.39 on the platinum to gold ratio, okay, you start doing that, that's a change of market structure. That means platinum is going to outperform gold for a good bit of time, okay? That is my opinion on that, and other people may have other opinions, which is good. And platinum to silver ratio at historic lows as well. So watch out for platinum, people. Okay? It's actually not at historic lows. It was at a historic low back in 1980. Of course, and that's when silver had its massive run to like $50 back in 1980. And that's why you had that big spike down to that sort of 18 level. But yeah, pretty much your main level, it's quite historically low. Okay, and watch out for platinum to do its thing eventually, which it probably will do, because price ratio go up, ratio go down, ratio go up again at some point. The change of market structure, I might ask, I'll ask ASX Trader what the change of market structure to confirm it is for the platinum to silver ratio. Someone remind me about that. Anyway, that's platinum, gold to silver ratio, and then we'll check some comments and we'll do crypto. Gold to silver ratio, very much still in gold's favor, heading up at the moment. We are at 90.7. Okay, so as this is going up, gold's outperforming silver. So again, gold flavor of the last few months. Cool, but silver will eventually do a tick over and head back down. It will be the metal to be in versus gold at some point, and you will really want to ride that wave down. Gold to silver ratio, Australian dollar to US dollar still moving in that direction for a bit of a relief rally maybe. Watch out for 65.5 cents hitting up against this resistance line right there. Yeah, that's it. Cool. Comments, queries, shoutouts. Let's see, 93 people watching. You are watching live on X and on YouTube. We'll be doing Bitcoin, some TOSHI analysis as well very quickly. But of course, got to chat to the GMS family. If you would like to chat with me, if you have a question for me, a chart request, anything like that, and you're watching on X, go to my X bio, click on the YouTube link, go to my channel, then find the live stream. It'll come right up. And then you can join in the chat with all my wonderful YouTube people. Pete Repeat is here. Howdy, boys and girls. Good to see you. Gerald Draper, speaking of, howdy, folks. Just got back, Neil. Sorry, I missed you. Oh, guys, you guys talking. I love it. Smart money stackers know. More pain protected. More pain protected. Oh, projected. More pain projected. So tread lightly and carry a big stick. Stuart D. Hello, Stuart D. Silver guy here. Love your work. Stuart D, so great to see you on the channel. You're are you a long-time subscriber, first-time participator in the live chat, or did you port over from X? Great to see you, mate. Welcome to the GMS family. Can everyone give Stuart D a warm welcome, please, in the live chat? And just so you know for next time, because you didn't know before, if you ever join the live show again, what we do at the start, we do the synchronized slurp, where we slurp our beverages together. And you also start off the day, your calling card, your very first comment is GMS exclamation point. That means good morning, stackers. Yes, my face is on there. Long story. Let's see. Cool. We'll go to the crypto stuff in just a moment. But of course, if you're not buying from Perth Bullion Exchange, if you live in Australia and you're not buying from Perth Bullion Exchange, the best bullion dealer in all of Australia, then you've got rocks in your head. I don't know. You just haven't heard about them. Okay. Well, now you have perthbullion.com.au. Huge range, the best prices of all major bullion dealers. Now, how do we know that they are the best prices of all the major bullion dealers in Australia? Well, if you find it somewhere else, let me just show you. If you find it somewhere else cheaper at a major bullion dealer that has, there's a few T's and C's, got to have a physical store, all that stuff, got to be in stock as well. If you find it in stock at another major bullion dealer for cheaper than it is on Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au, they have their guaranteed price match promise. Find a product here cheaper at a competitor and we'll match it. Okay, so they'll match the price. Plus, don't forget, you get free shipping when you buy over a certain amount, because I've really got, this is annoying, this thing, but that's all right. Here we go. Because they are Australia's first and only bullion dealer to offer free shipping. All you need to do is buy 20 or more items. It doesn't have to be 20 of one item. Mix and match. 2 of this, 3 of this, 1 of that, 5 of that. Instant free shipping Australia-wide. Now, if you buy less than 20 items, then yeah, you're going to pay a shipping cost, all right? It's your $20, your more, depends on where you are. But you just tick over, right? You tick over to 20 items. You add 1 more silver coin to your thing for 20 items, then you get the shipping for free, right? So price match and free shipping. Like, come on, man. There is no other bullion dealer who does either of those things. None of them do a price match guarantee. None of them do free shipping. Yeah, perthbullion.com.au. And of course, download the Wealthstack app. Wealthstack.com, Australian owned, operated, regulated company. It's an iPhone or Android app. Here's what it looks like. And you are saving and investing in real physical gold for spot plus 1% only, no matter whether you buy $10 of gold, $1 million of gold, or $10 of gold. Okay, here's what it looks like. Do me a favor, at least download it, because it's free to download. There's no, they're Australian owned, operated company. It's not like there's no malware, there's no spyware or anything. It's just find Wealthstack, one word. That's what the logo looks like, and that's the user interface. At least download it and check out the user interface and just find out more. Okay, because spot plus 1% for gold, you can save and invest in real physical gold. Okay. It's an unallocated gold program, meaning they don't deliver the gold to you, okay? But that's why it's so damn cheap as well, okay? So it's held in storage for you on your behalf under your name, though. You are technically the owner of it, okay? And it's held by one of the largest gold storage facilities and wholesalers and distributors in the entire world. They're one of the top. They're in the top 5. They're LBMA registered. It's all LBMA registered gold. It's all on the up and up, okay? But there's no storage fees, okay? It's amazing, and it's backed 1-to-1. They don't deal in physical paper contracts. They don't believe in that. They are the physical, okay? But they want you to have access to gold at the cheapest price possible. Spot plus 1% is really good, okay? And when it comes back to selling gold, the spread is only spot minus 0.5% as well. They're not going to sting you, 1-2% to sell. No, spot minus 0.5%. It's very, very good, okay? What's coming down the track? On their roadmap is silver as well. On their roadmap is a debit card where you can spend your gold and silver for everyday goods and services, like a Visa MasterCard. You just tap your phone, tap your card. What also coming down the track? Physical redemptions are coming down the track. That's on the roadmap as well. And my understanding is from last chat with David Ski, the CEO, is that those physical redemptions won't cost you any more. Okay, you just go, I want to pick up my gold from blah, blah, blah. There'll be some things, there'll be minimum sizes that you'll have to get, in the beginning it'll be you can only redeem for 1 kilo gold. Okay, so that does put a lot of people out, but you can redeem for physical gold, and you won't pay a barring fee. You won't pay the premium difference between spot price and premium, okay, and the retail price. It'll just be, okay, yeah, go collect it. Cool. Anyway, that's coming down on the roadmap. At least go to Wealthstack, wealthstack.com, bottom left-hand corner, click on the frequently asked questions page. You can sign up via the desktop app, or again, download the app, Wealthstack, wealthstack.com. By the way, did you catch I'll talk about the Super Bowl in a minute, but we're going to do Bitcoin and whatnot analyses. Let me do that. Okay, people, let's take a quick look-see. Where are we? I'll go to the daily, or will I go to the weekly? I'll go to the daily. Let's take a look at Bitcoin and crypto. We'll take a quick look at TOSHI as well for my TOSHI fam. Bitcoin on the daily time frame, price in US dollars, 97,300. Remember what I said yesterday? This was, we hadn't opened the new day. And I said yesterday, isn't it funny? I said yesterday we were around about here, and we were in the red for the day, around about 95,700. Around 95,800. And I said this $94,500 mark is a very key area. Again, key Fibonacci area. It's the 0.382 from this high and this low. We had spiked down, but closed above it 1, 2, 3, 7 days in a row. And we got right to the death knell right here every single time. Okay. Spiked below, just close above. Spiked just, even then, spiked, closed like minusculely above or at. And then we were closing. We had like 40 minutes to go until the close of the day. And we were down here. And I said, the only thing that's going to save it is if in the next hour we close like $100 or $200 or something, and we just close in the green. What did we do? We just closed in the green. It saved it. Really saved it. Okay. And it's amazing. This is a real lesson as such. That sounds a bit condescending, but in the power of Fibonacci, enough people believe that the Fibonacci level from the old high of 108,000. See, not this. They're not taking it from there. Okay, that's just a little spike. They're ignoring the spike from this high and this recent low. Enough people believe that is a predictive enough tool that they place their trades accordingly, which then makes it a self-fulfilling prophecy. Okay, so enough people believe, yeah, it's from this high and this low, and it has tracked really well. Come on, you cannot deny, no one can deny that Fibonacci is a level that people are watching, okay? And big people are watching because, you got to have enough Bitcoin or dry powder to move the market, right? Definite area. And that proved it in the last few days, and it proved it yesterday. Okay, just closed at or above, and then yesterday we finally had a little bit of relief. Okay, so we're at 97,300 while we are above that $96,400, $96,500 level. Okay, cool, great, that's fine. We need to remain above there at bare minimum for Bitcoin. Okay, if you start doing this now, if you start closing a day below there, just watch out. Okay, particularly if you start closing weeks. Now, what do we say about dailies? Dailies don't really matter. It is where you close the week at. Okay, so far so good. Above. Okay, so again, just in no man's land for Bitcoin, and I am still almost all out of the market. I'll explain that in just a second. I am in something at the moment, and I'm just trying to ride a little bit of a wave, but I'll get to that in just a second. Yeah, but we're just in the trading range, and I need to see it. It's got to close a week above 101,000. At least for starting to get very confident. All right, must close above 101,000 for confidence, a weekly time frame preferably, and final hurdle for new all-time highs coming soon, 104,200. Okay, that's it. Cool. Nowhere near there yet. Could easily go and down we go. Okay, no man's land, but a little bit of relief at the moment. So that's Bitcoin. Let's take a look at others, which is the altcoin market minus the top 10. $266 billion. Okay, daily time frame. We have a little bit of a relief on there as well. We're not above the $280 billion mark, which for me is again the power of Fibonacci, is an area from the major top last time in 2021, the major alt peak and the major alt bottom. Okay, from December of 2022. This high and this low forms these Fibonacci lines, so we're not even yet above the 280 mark. So you can expect a move, maybe expect a move. If we're going to see higher from here, then watch out for some resistance around about here. You will want to see it break through and hold. Okay, you'd want to see something like that and then move up to that $330 billion area. That's the first spot for me, which it at least has to close above in order to say, maybe we're back. Okay. And then obviously this downtrend line is one of the big ones. So, and it kind of there's a bit of confluence around that $330 billion area, around about there. You start doing that and that and that, good guns, okay? But we are not there yet. Because of something that, and I'll put him on the spot and I will talk to him about it on Thursday, because that's all I've got to say about alts. Will I share it? Can I find it? I won't. But ASX Trader posted on his Facebook page, and I'm not really holding his feet to the fire. It's just a tongue in cheek. He did suggest that alts might be seeing a bit of a bounce this week, coming up to his level was up to about 295 to 300 billion, I think it was. So again, I'll be speaking to ASX Trader on Thursday, so we'll talk about that. So that's around about there, that kind of range, I think it is. Roughly about there-ish is the range that he thinks it will go up to as a little bit of a relief rally. Doesn't mean it soars from there, but it's kind of like that kind of. It's a very small range, but he kind of thinks this week, or I think starting this week, I think is what he meant to say. I don't think he meant it's going to happen all this week. Let me show you there. So maybe up to there, and then who knows what happens from there. You'd want to see that, or maybe could do that and then, head lower. But he thinks a little bit of a relief rally is coming. That's why I did jump into maybe a little preemptively, okay, because anyone can be wrong. ASX Trader has great calls though, okay? But I got back a little bit into something called PENGU. If you remember, I talked about PENGU. It was an airdrop token, okay? It was to do with the Pudgy Penguins NFTs, which is one of the top NFT series in history, okay? Pretty short history, but in history. And it looks like and look on the daily time frame on the relative strength index. On the daily time frame on the relative strength index, it is looking like it's been into extremely oversold or undervalued area. Okay, you can see that, and it looks like it might be doing the turnaround. That's pretty damn low. And with the little ASX Trader thing where you said, might be, expecting a bit of a relief rally, a bit of a higher moves this coming week or starting this week. I've just dipped in a little bit into PENGU because of this one specifically. I could have gotten to the others, Doge, XRP, whatever. I've just taken a little portion of my current USD holdings and put a small snattering into there because I really liked that oversoldness, okay? And I like this little flattening out that's forming. Now, could be wrong, could tank from here. That's okay. I'm happy to hold that PENGU for longer. It'll probably, if we go into a higher move, rising tide raises all ships and all that. It's quite low. If you take a look on the the Fibonacci right here, it is actually matching up quite well with previous levels. You've got that level there. You've got that level there. Is that some area of confluence? Quite possibly. So this really could be the low. I've taken a little bit of a position and I'll get out of it if it starts tanking, and I'll take my losses, and that is what it is. So I'm in PENGU, a small amount in PENGU at the moment. That is not financial advice. You shouldn't be buying it. Cool. So that is what I'm in, and we're going to go Dex Screener. Okay, we're going to take a quick look at TOSHI for the TOSHI fam. Then we'll do some final comments and we'll get out of here. Possibly a chart request if I get one. Cool. Alrighty, tidy whitey. Here is TOSHI on the daily time frame, priced in US dollars, 0007. We're just under 0006,998, so a 0007. Now, what the Dex Screener app has done to me is it's just removed all my stuff for some reason. I don't know why. So I don't have all my Fibonacci and all that, but we can quickly draw it in. Okay, very quickly. Of course, TOSHI is, what is it? It is the face of Base Chain owned by Coinbase, run by Coinbase, owned by Coinbase. The CEO, Brian Armstrong, has two cats. One of his cats' names is TOSHI. So someone created a meme coin called TOSHI back when Base Chain started, and it's now become the face of Base. Okay, it got listed on Coinbase right here. Coinbase said, "Hey, we're going to list it on Coinbase soon." Shunk, 350%. Then a bit of a consolidation. Oh, when's it going to happen? Oh, it's going to happen eventually. When's it going to happen? Then Coinbase said, "Oh, we've listed it today." Another 600%. So this went up like 1,600, 1,700% in total to that 0.002 area. Went into extremely overvalued on the daily time frame, and I said there, look, I was around down about here. We'd already peaked here. I said, look, lower price is probably coming, because of the relative strength index. Okay, probably going to see some lower prices, and we've seen that, obviously. And I did say watch out for the best buy zone, and the best buy zone I'm going to have to put in very quickly. That was between, I moved it. But my current best buy zone was 0.0004 to 0.0006. It was right about there, ski. On the 4-hour time frame, we did dip into it just at the top end at 0.0006. So if we've hit the top end of the best buy zone. On the 4-hour time frame, we haven't actually gone into extremely undervalued or oversold yet. You've got room to move down. So you do have room to move down here. So I'm not saying we're moving it onwards and upwards from here. I'm going to say just for Toshi, we're still in no man's land. Okay, there's no confirmation to say definitely going higher or definitely 100% going lower. I will say my bias is probably to the downside, just because everything else is sort of in that downward trend. However, just like I said, I will be joined by ASX Trader on Thursday, so make sure you come to my channel for that. An amazing Australian chartist, okay, owns the Mastering the Markets course, of which I'm actually thinking about doing next year. But anyway, his point was he's looking for a relief rally soon, so that could mean Toshi has a little bit of a move. But as I said, there's the main area I need to see broken above. I think it's at that 0.00145 level. Get the fib. I'll take it from this high. If it's from, and this is the thing, if this is the low, if it's from this high and this low, then the point, where are we? It is right there, roughly, I think it was. So the low may not be in yet. Okay, so we might need to take it. So, but I need to see it at least close above, around about that, at least that 0.0014 level in order to give confidence, okay? So no confidence yet while below 0.0014 roughly. Ultra confidence would be above the 0.0016 level, but you can call it that range if you want. You can call it start closing above in this kind of level. Sorry, gang. Right here, and then we've got to at least get up to there. You don't want to receive a rejection there. Okay, that's a dead cat bounce, something like that. Start closing in that area, and we'll start talking. Ooh, okay, looking really interesting. Now we're going to see some higher prices for Toshi, but we're not there yet. And of course, I would say if you start breaking down below the bottom end of the best buy zone. So if you start doing this, then it's probably no good, not good. Okay. Anywhere, best buy zone in here, okay, but you start closing below about there, that 0.0004, then quite likely lower prices to come. That's a quick Toshi thing, but if the bull market continues for general crypto, then I would be generally very bullish on Toshi because, again, it is the face of Base, okay, and if Base Chain which it is, it's Coinbase's, right? Coinbase, every man and his dog would be buying from Coinbase. If, retail really gets back in again, you'll see a lot of ads for Coinbase, Base Chain, Toshi's listed on Coinbase. It's a big meme coin now. Then, you could see Toshi going much, much higher from here if we do go through another crypto bull run. None of that is confirmed just yet, okay? But that is Toshi for the Toshi fam. Comments, queries, and maybe some chart request if I have time. Welcome, Stu. Good on you. Well, let's all welcome Stuart. Stuart D. Very wise words you have. Learning dealt with Perth Bullion while in Perth. So you bought from Perth Bullion Exchange. So do you mean the Perth Mint or Perth Bullion Exchange? I hope you mean Perth Bullion Exchange because they are the best. Okay, Ricky at Perth Bullion Exchange. Just went to the World's Money Fair, met a whole bunch of people. I speak to Ricky quite often because I helped and I am helping Ricky with his YouTube channel. So give me a second. I am going to give big props to Ricky from Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au. Give me 1 second. And I'm just going to big up their YouTube channel, which you absolutely need to subscribe to. So give me 1 second. I'll share the screen, a bit more of an extra plug. But literally the greatest bullion dealer in all of Australia right now. This is their YouTube channel, okay? I have been teaching Ricky specifically the skills of how to create consistently engaging content. As many of you know, I was the first employee at a very famous bullion dealer in Australia called Bullion Now. They only started in late 2018. So really they started getting going properly in 2019. I joined Perth Bullion Exchange. I joined Bullion Now as their first employee back when it was just one office. There was doors off the hinges. There was no signage, nothing. It was just literally come in, and if some customers come in, it was like, okay, serve the customers. But hey, what do I do when there's no customers? So I said, well, look, you've got to have someone here to serve customers because, the boss has got to do what the boss has got to do. But in the meantime, how about I start a YouTube channel? Because I'd had a long history of starting previous YouTube channels. How about I start a YouTube channel and I do a video every time I'm in, 3 days a week. I started doing that for Bullion Now. I took Bullion Now's YouTube channel from nothing to nearly 20,000 subscribers by the time I left. Now I teach, my point of saying that is, I teach other people how to do it. I'm teaching Ricky how to do the same thing. So he is creating consistently engaging content. The weekly specials, the educational videos, all the unboxing videos as well. All that stuff is really good. So I really highly suggest you go to YouTube, type in Perth Bullion Exchange. You'll find the channel and give them a big subscribe right now. And also, if I can do that for Ricky's business, if I can do that for Bullion Now, if I can do that for Goldstackers, if I can do that for Ainslie Bullion, as you know, after Bullion Now, I joined Ainslie Bullion, and they already had some social media, but it was like a real pretty bad copy and paste job. So I came and I revitalized it, gave them a plan, go the thing. You're working with them, of course. And now they're onwards and upwards, and they're creating consistently engaging content over at Ainslie as well. And I left Ainslie and I do this weekdaily live show now, and I help your business, any kind of business, not just bullion businesses. I take the principles of it, because it's all principles, right? It works for any other kind of business. Almost. I've basically never had to knock back a business when we've had a chat with random clients to go, hey, will this work for yours? Most of the time it does. I had to knock it back a couple. It's like, I don't think your business could benefit from it. Most businesses can. Hit me up with an email, gmstackers@gmail.com. I will help your business anywhere around the world, not just in Australia. Okay, I have a 10-week one-to-one over Zoom or personally if you live in Melbourne course where I teach you the skills. Everything I've learned, I teach you, and then you go, and it's a one and done. I'll charge you a flat fee for those 10 weeks, and then you're one and done, and you've got a brand new life skill that you can add to your talent stack. That really is a good one to add. You really need to learn how to be consistently engaging on social media, okay, for your business, if you want to grow your business and get more customers. Yeah, cool. Anyway, that was a big plug for me too. Wow, we're talking physical redemption. Yes, very cool for Wealthstack, wealthstack.com. That's right. I'm late. That's okay. I won't go with that. Jason Ashworth says, morning, Joe. Morning, Jason. Good to see you. All altcoins overvalued. They're quite overvalued. Yeah, they have been overvalued quite recently. Might be starting to get into potentially undervalued territory. But yeah, been recently quite overvalued. I think that's it, people. Yeah, I don't have any chart requests, and it's nearly at the hour. I like to keep it at the hour. Ladies and gentlemen, that has been Good Morning Stackers. Woo! For Tuesday, the 11th of February, 2025. Hit the big red subscribe button. You get this show every single weekday, most of the time, unless I've got something to do pre-scheduled. Friday, I won't be doing a show. I've got to take my youngest son to an allergy appointment, and it's early in the morning. Got to go down to the Royal Children's Hospital and all that kind of stuff. But it's just sort of a checkup. But on Thursday, ASX Trader is joining me and us on the show. Might be like a sort of like a co-hosting situation. It's going to be such a great time to have ASX Trader on the show on Thursday. Stick around for that, but you'll get another show tomorrow. People, grab your tasty beverages right now. We will do the synchronized slurp while we dance it out, because this has been
Good morning, Stack.
Oh yeah, we're feeling fine.
Good morning, Stack.
It's podcast time.
Grab it.
Grab a tasty beverage. Let's get in the groove.
Let's do the
Synchronized slurp.
3,
Now we're
2,
on the move.
1. Slurp it.
Good morning, Stack.
Oh yeah.
Thanks for a great one. That was really nice. Good sesh, people. Stay safe, stay informed, keep stacking whatever you're stacking, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.